What is up, you geezer blow tie geezers? It is Chris Modernine here. 1-0 against BATE in Belarus. Not the most straightforward game that I've watched. I'll be honest with you. In fact, if shots off the woodwork is anything to go by, we should have lost 3-1. But, you know, this is only BATE and, you know, BATE did not score those goals. And thankfully, we're going away from this match with a 1-0 win. But like I said, very, very poor game. Now, I don't know if that's because they were conserving energy. I'm not sure. But, yeah, that's clear as day to see. That was a very, very poor game. First half was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. I don't know what the hell any of our Chelsea players were doing in that first half. Poor passing, too casual, too cocky. Treating BATE just like, you know, they're just playing against a minnow side when really, if you saw at the very beginning of that game, BATE could have scored an early goal from one of their shots that they hit off the bar. And, well, there was a bit of casual defending at the back. Bit of cavalier, if you will. Again, that combination between Christensen and Cahill is a little bit shaky. And when you think that goal that we conceded against Crystal Palace when we had Rudiger and David Luiz in our centre-back pairing, you know, any sort of centre-back pairing that we put out is just prone to the odd mistake, and it doesn't make for good showing, to be honest. And well, especially when we got Everton coming up this weekend, that's going to be a very tough fixture. And then, of course, we got Spurs after that. So we don't want to be making ourselves look very cavalier, very defence prone, you know? Like, it doesn't look very good, especially if it's against a team like BATE. But first half, it was just awful. Like, Jorginho played probably the worst game he's played. Now, I don't normally say this about Jorginho, but this is like the first time where I can actually sit here and say that he had a poor game. Passes were just not there. Dribbling, like he was getting the ball robbed off of him quite easily. And I noticed something about him as well, that he struggles when Kante isn't there. Because if you think, right, Kante is there solely to break up play. He's very much like a very fast version of Makelele, right? If you got him there, then you got that reliability to mop up when things go pear-shaped in the midfield. And he's there to just tackle the ball, win the ball back, make challenges. Like, Jorginho is not that kind of person that actually makes a challenge. He has to rely on players that are near him to actually do those challenges. And who was there with him today? Well, tonight especially. Loftus-Cheek and Barkley. Barkley, again, had a poor game. I don't know what was wrong with Barkley tonight. I think he was very poor. Loftus-Cheek, again, well, let's be honest, right? We got these players that don't have that much experience away from home. When I say away from home, I mean abroad, not away from home as in on a cold night in Stoke or a cold night in Burnley. But I mean like an away match in Belarus. You know, they don't have that much experience, and you know, you can't really expect, you know, young players like Barkley or Loftus-Cheek to actually perform their best. So that's probably the only thing I could say. The only thing I could sort of give them a little bit of leeway in terms of that. I mean, if they were talented, if they knew exactly, like players like Lampard, if they were here, Terry, if they were here, if they had a poor game and they had lots of experience behind them, then I would have thought, you know, why aren't they performing to their potential? But, you know, Loftus-Cheek and Barkley haven't really had that much experience away from home. Yeah, okay, Loftus-Cheek had World Cup experience in Russia. Apart from that, I don't know. Barkley and Loftus-Cheek, I really wanted to see them perform well as a pairing. They didn't show up today. I think when Loftus-Cheek came off for Kovacic later on in the game, Kovacic actually wanted to create things. He wanted to run forward. He wanted to get space. I mean, it's obvious that Barkley is going to outshine the two of them in terms of performance, because obviously he has the abroad experience. But I mean, Giroud got the goal. Giroud scored a fantastic header. I think it was a cross from Emerson, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Either Willian or Emerson. Or couldn't have been either of them. It was a cross that Giroud met with the head and he put it past the keeper and it was 1-0. But BATE had chances. I'm not going to lie. They had really, really good chances. And how they didn't score any of those chances, I will not know. Because they deserve at least a goal in that game. Especially the final minutes of that game, the second half. That strike from the corner kick, I mean, that came off the post. There was nothing Kepa could do to keep that out. And, well, if that had gone in, I think we would have been, ruining at the fact that we had a very, very bad game. Like I said, first half was awful. Awful. Nobody turned up in that first half. But hopefully, Sarri gave them a real good rollicking at half-time. And, well, it got a little bit better. I mean, obviously the goal came. But overall, the game was really, really boring. And just there was nothing there. Chelsea didn't come out today. But the most important thing of today is we got a win. And this win, of course, means that we are through. We've come out of the group stage. We're through, basically, which is very, very good. I was expecting us to progress from this group. I mean, if we didn't progress from this group, then there were obviously going to be a problem. But, yeah, I'm pretty proud, pretty happy with the result. Not happy with the performance. I've seen much better performances in the Europa League and Champions League as well. I mean, you know, it's... yeah, pretty much. I'm not going to say anything more. Defence was very, very leaky. Passing in terms of midfield, very sloppy, too casual. BATE could have had chances. Giroud did score, but everybody was just poor today. Really, really poor. And I really, really hope that it doesn't move into the match against Everton at home this weekend. I'm hoping that we get a good result there. We can go back to winning ways because of course we are at home, but I mean we are still unbeaten. You know, I think we are the only team in Europe that's unbeaten in all competitions. If I do remember rightly, I'm not quite sure on that. I think we are. I think we are the only team in European football that is unbeaten in all competitions, I think. Nice stat, I guess, and even if we do manage to lose somewhere, we have got the longest unbeaten record this season out of any European team, so I guess that's a good thing, right? But yeah, 1-0 over BATE, bad performance, glad we got a victory. Next game's against Everton, it's going to be tough. Let's hope we get another win. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to Chris Marder Games if you're into gaming. And also, yes, a little bit of an off-topic thing, going into esports a little bit. Paris have revealed their Overwatch League team. They're known as Paris Eternal. So that was a good thing, I guess, in terms of that. So, yeah, let's just get the other teams revealed, and that'd be nice. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and until the next video, I shall see you later. Hey door, and peace.